Story. My story. Well, my name is Brendan Ferreira. I'm a CrossFit coach out of CrossFit Seekonk, Mass. Story kind of starts back when I was younger as an athlete. I didn't care much for conventional sports. I was pretty good at them. I would never be the best at them, more because I didn't have an interest in the sport I was doing. It was just kind of something that I would do usually to keep in shape for the motocross season, which was my main sport. I was pretty competitive at a young age in motocross. Won a couple championships up here in the Northeast Classic. Made it to regionals for Loretta Lynn's a few times, but unfortunately, whether injury or something would limit me at that point and pull me back, wouldn't be able to make it all the way. Injuries kind of took their toll over the years, and I started to kind of lose interest in that for a little while. And by the time that I kind of picked myself back up and got back into it, the field had kind of moved out of my league a good bit. Because I wasn't heading on path to become a professional rider anymore, I had to start working. Going to local races and winning those don't usually pay for bills. So I did. I picked up a job on a tree crew. Promoted quickly there. Was a climber pretty fast, hanging off of a crane and everything. Downside of that, though, around here in beautiful New England, is we get some cold and nasty weather. A lot of companies will lay off over the course of the winter, and I didn't really care for going and doing body work on cars in that period of time. So I found something a little bit more stable, something I wanted to do for a while. I decided to join the Army. Had a lot of opportunity there. I scored very high on my ASVAB and all that stuff, and decided to go infantry. It was what I wanted to do. My grandfather was an infantryman, my cousin was an infantryman. I had a lot of interest in it for a while, kind of quiet interest, but interest nonetheless, and I went for it all the way. Got assigned to the 101st out of basic training. Started a fast track, picked up a lot of steam there. I was already pretty athletic. Like I said, I was a high-level motocross competitor before. I had a little bit of experience with a personal trainer, all-scholastic cross-country runner, and yeah, I was pretty natural at sports. I just didn't care to play the more conventional ones. I went on a tour to Iraq. It was a 15-month tour. Not a whole lot happened. Came back from that one, did the big train up. I actually re-enlisted to stay with my unit. I originally had orders to go to a unit in Fort Irwin, California, and my unit was about to go to Afghanistan. Theirs was not deploying, and I really wanted to hop on that tour with my guys, and especially we got a new crop of brand new privates and everything, and we were losing a lot of our NCOs through PCS and ETS, so I wanted to make sure that some of the guys had some form of decent leadership that was bestowed upon me by the people who groomed me from being on private. And went through. I managed to get that reenlistment through. Got dropped off with those guys, went on the tour. A couple months in, an Afghan Border Patrol guy living with us on base put on a suicide vest and ran out behind me and two of my brothers. Pulled the pin on a hand grenade. We had a suicide vest on. The hand grenade was the device to use the detonator, or the ignition for it, the detonator. Pulled the pin on that thing pretty much directly behind me. My friends were out where the camera is now. There are a couple other people out there a little bit further away that caught some shrapnel, but for the three of us that were sitting directly out there, I was the only one that pulled through. My brother, Sergeant Richardson, and Specialist Crowcat, they didn't make it. Woke up in the hospital a few days later to find that out. Didn't have an arm anymore. I didn't get knocked out during the blast, so I kind of knew that that was going to happen. I wasn't sure what was going on with my legs because I knew that they were really mangled up and I could feel bone dragging on ground. But yeah, I couldn't see. I was completely blinded by the blast, completely deaf. I heard a metallic ping, saw a white flash, and that was it. Just felt more pain than I've ever felt in my life. But it turned out it happened. Lost my left arm below the elbow, just below the elbow, but I can't move my elbow. Vision in my right eye due to a piece of shrapnel going directly in. Pretty good amount of hearing in both my ears. Some of the vision in my left eye, actually. I have just enough to drive right now, but that's kind of shaky as well. Broke every bone in my face, 75 stitches in my face, 25 staples over my head. I had a complete degloving of my scalp. Not that you can tell, hair grew back pretty good, huh? Yeah, I had a piece of shrapnel go up through this shoulder, take a part of my shoulder up here. Got some pretty cool battle scars. Maybe someday I'll show those off in the video. My left knee, the joint was completely severed. Piece of shrapnel went in my quad on one side and blew out everything in my knee. Tore the quadricep tendon, a bunch of other damage. They ended up having to do a lot of reconstruction on that. My right leg my foot was basically turned complete 180 and my leg was like off to the side like that. That was the bone that I felt dragging on the ground. That's why I thought I had lost that leg when they were moving me around. The helicopters came to get me. That one was broken really bad. I was in an external fixator for a long time. Both the leg injuries, actually, they were a big uphill battle in my recovery. I almost lost both my legs a couple times in the hospital. I spent about 2 years at Walter Reed recovering and again doing a lot of limb salvage, trying to fight to keep that stuff. Neither are fully recovered. My right leg has a permanent non-healing fracture in it. They did a bone graft to create stability there, so I can put a little bit of impact and pressure on it. My left knee has next to no cartilage left in it, and the joint is pretty loose. There's also, because of the flap that they had to do to cover it up, they took a piece of my back, covered my knee over. It created some scar tissue over the kneecap, so it limits some range of motion there. So pistol squats are a no-go on the left side. I make do. Unfortunately, while I was at the hospital and some of those battles that I had to keep the leg, they would give me an amputation date and then say, no, we're not going to do it, then another amputation date. Then one kind of got finalized, and that's when things started to fall apart for me. I started drinking a lot. I was obviously on a lot of heavy pain medication. Started taking that excessively, abusing it a little bit, mixing it with alcohol. Stopped caring about everything. There was one point I didn't even get out of bed for an entire week. One day on a really drunk night, I got out of my friend's truck and I shut the external fixator that I had on my right leg in the door of the truck, and it stripped out one of the pins right out of the bone. I started to bleed. I laid on the ground for like half an hour and just cried at a 7-Eleven. It was like a mile and a half away from the hospital. I couldn't even move. They brought me in, did the emergency removal, told me, hey, we're gonna have to push up the date to take your right leg. It's not healing up the way we thought it was going to. And I went home. They sent me home on leave with a walking cast, said get my head screwed on straight, come back ready for this thing. And I did, and when I came back, having the frame off, blowing off some steam, de-stressing a little bit. Yeah, it helped out a lot. I guess the bone started to grow a little bit more. It was the first time in about 4 or 5 months that they'd seen any signs of growth. And yeah, I decided to try to keep it and see what we could do to save it. Started cutting back off the medication. I was in significantly less pain. Asked my wife out on our first date. Things kind of picked up from there a little bit, but I was still gaining a lot of weight and had a lot of unhealthy habits. Still smoking. Still drinking a lot. Wasn't until I was completely out of the army. My wife was pretty disgusted with the route I was going. Was really worried about my health, my longevity at that point, and she kind of pushed me back into CrossFit. It was something that I had done when I was younger, when I was in the military, I should say, and I loved it. I was talking to her about it all the time, about some of the workouts we used to do and how badass they were and everything. And she told me to try it again. I did. And once I did that first WOD, I was real skeptical at first on whether my knee was going to hold up, my leg was. The doctors told me I was going to run, jump, do any of this working out again. One of the doctors literally told me to lower my expectations of what my quality of life would be. That's a hard thing to hear when you go through some of this stuff, but he was a doctor. I didn't know any better. I listened. And yeah, it turns out they were wrong in a big way. I should have just kind of kept my head up and picked myself up. So I realized that, dusted myself off there. It was right around one of my alive days, my 3rd anniversary of when this had all happened. And yeah, at that time, people would jump on Facebook, "You're such an inspiration," and blah, 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 blah. And I wasn't even doing anything at the time. I was just getting fat, failing my family. People still calling me an inspiration. So all that stuff kind of rolled into one. Made me decide that if I was going to be called an inspiration, I was going to earn that title. I still don't feel like I've earned it yet. People say it, I'm a little bit more okay with it now. I'm not going to tell somebody don't say that to me, but I wouldn't say it about myself yet. Someday, I hope to get there. But yeah, picked up from there. Started doing CrossFit, lost 40 pounds over 6 months. I went to get my level 1 certification. That was a goal that I had before my Afghanistan deployment. They took my arm, so it was kind of cool to knock out a goal that I had preset before I'd even been injured. After that, picked up some more steam, went to the Working Wounded Games the first year, took 17th as my first CrossFit competition, 17th out of 42. It was pretty good. I wasn't happy with it though. I came back right away and wrote on our goal board that I wanted to win this year. Busted my ass, went to a bunch of certification courses. Right now I have my level 1 cert in CrossFit, kettlebell cert. I've been to the CrossFit competitors course. That was a really cool one. Learned a lot there, and I also went and got my level 1 USAW Olympic weightlifting cert, or sports performance coach certification. So still have plans to get a lot more. I like to learn a lot with this stuff. I don't like when athletes come up to me and ask me how to do something and I'm not sure how to answer them. Definitely a YouTube junkie for that, but I like to go to the courses too to make sure what I'm learning is right. My biggest passion is definitely coaching, more than being an athlete, although I'm sort of building a name as an athlete first. That's okay, I don't mind. I like doing the work too, so training like an athlete might as well be known as one. Coaching is definitely my first and foremost though. I really enjoy being able to help people any way that I can. Some of the other things that I do, I work with some wounded veterans going around trying to raise awareness of, not as much raising awareness, but just trying to promote a healthy lifestyle among these guys that get injured. There's a lot of guys that go the same route that I did, and some of them don't all pull themselves out of that hole. Some of them might have a heart attack, some of them might end up with a severe drug addiction. Some of them go the suicide route. 23 a day right now, U.S. veterans, taking their own lives. For a lot of us, it's as simple as just getting back that little piece of the military that we had, and a lot of times we can get it through fitness. We gain that back, get back in shape a little bit, get that hard, high-intensity work done. You know, you start to feel better about yourself, your head starts to get better, get your mind screwed on straight, relationships get better, and it snowballs from there. And so I work with a group of wounded vets that go around to different fitness events to kind of promote that wellness. I also try to get some stuff out for other adaptive athletes. That's how it started for me. Some people posted some videos and helped me out with some emails, getting me started, critiquing some of my stuff, and now I try to pay it forward a little bit I've made some advancements in the community of what a arm amputee can do in CrossFit. I plan on continuing that, and I can't wait for the day that somebody kind of blows me out of the water with some of that stuff and just blows my mind with things that I didn't think would be possible. I know that they're out there. I know that they're out there on the roads, and I hope I can reach out to them and get them started. That's as abbreviated as I can get on that. I could spend hours on this story. I guess, I really enjoy what I do. This is it. I mean, aside from the working out, CrossFit thing, I'm a father and a husband. I have a beautiful wife and 2 beautiful kids. One is not mine, although he acts a lot like me and everything. My little guy Trav, he's 8. My daughter Izzy, she's 2. You can definitely tell she's mine. She's got it. She's psycho. She's funny. Mom she's a hot ticket too. My wife Elise, she's awesome. Makes me laugh all the time. Pretty tough to do. She's one of those girls, she can hang in there with the guys. She'll throw down in here. She picks up more weights than some of the dudes at the gym. Pretty cool to see, especially because she's not very big, very tiny girl, and cool to watch. And I just love seeing that grow, and I really look forward to. I really hope to pop onto the First Form team, because I think it's going to allow a little bit more of that growth. It'll allow me to definitely get out and network a little bit more with other high-level athletes, and get my name out there and help this career kickstart a little bit faster than the way it's going now. And hopefully it'll translate directly into my family and wellness in their life as well. Not necessarily at a money aspect, but just a little bit less stress, and knowing that we're heading in the right direction, as opposed to constantly guessing and trying to look for the next big thing, or the next big break. So fingers crossed this all pans out. Hope you guys like what you see. Hope you can hear it. I'm out here outside of my gym right now, so a little bit of traffic in the background, some crazies going in and out. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Hopefully I get a good word back from you.